the big story today is the bombings in New York and New Jersey. We're so grateful nobody was killed, and we wish everyone injured a speedy recovery. Need more proof that New Yorkers are the best? The reason they caught the bombing suspect is because a couple of New Yorkers saw his second suitcase bomb on the sidewalk, thought, hey, free suitcase, threw the bomb away and made off with their new luggage. The NYPD safety campaign is working. And by the way, stop calling these guys thieves. It is a New York rule that if anything is abandoned on the sidewalk, you can take it. That's how I got most of my furniture and one of my children. Yeah. And terrorists, when are you gonna learn that you can't scare us? New Yorkers aren't afraid of this, and we're not afraid of you. Only one thing scares us: the thought of people voting for a crazy person who exploits their fear of terrorism. New Yorkers are used to this kind of dumpster fire. Please don't use it as an excuse to elect this kind of dumpster fire. Okay, now back to the election. It's mid-September, the beginning of fall. Specifically, Hillary Clinton's fall from her warm and comforting lead in the polls.
Look at our brand new CNN ORC poll in Ohio. Donald Trump up 4 points. Florida, the biggest battleground prize, 29 electoral votes that's still on the map. Clear momentum for Trump, 47 to 44.
Trump is gaining ground everywhere you look. There might be a reason for some in the Clinton world to, well, maybe use the P word.
I don't think that would help. Voters already know Hillary's got a P word. That's half her problem. Oh my God, Trump is gaining on Clinton almost as fast as he's gaining on our children in their increasingly frequent nightmares. Faced with the prospect of losing the presidency to a two-bit used hate salesman, Clinton dragged herself from her deathbed to deliver a stark warning.
Donald Trump looks at a Gold Star family and sees them as Muslims, not patriotic Americans. He looks at women and decides how our looks rate on a scale of 1 to 10. He is feeding into the worst impulses, the bigotry and bias that lurks in our country.
To which most of America responded with a full-throated whatever. Americans know Trump is a sexist bigot, Hillary. They just don't care. A lot of voters have decided that racism and sexism aren't great, but they're not a deal breaker. Kind of like a sandwich with too much mayo. They think they can just scrape off the extra white nonsense. Why do so many Americans think playing footsie with fringe hate groups isn't a disqualifier from polite society, much less the presidency? Maybe because that's the message they get from entertainment giants like NBC, which gladly nurtured Trump's celebrity through all the years he was running around saying this.
The birthers have been so badly labeled, they're afraid to bring it up. Well, I've brought it up, and I've reinvigorated that issue, and I'm very proud to have done it.
Proud like your kid when he drags you into the bathroom to see his poop. By ignoring that poop, NBC tacitly condoned a race-baiting demagogue. To their credit, NBC did sever ties with Trump after he called Mexicans rapists. If by severing ties you mean inviting him on their flagship comedy programs to show millions of Americans what a fun guy he is.
Why are you hosting Saturday Night Live? Why?
I don't know. I guess because ratings matter more than brown people? Sure, he's making life palpably dangerous for Muslims and immigrants, but hey, he's good entertainment. You know, here's a thought. When Holocaust survivors are telling you, hey, this guy gives me deja vu, maybe don't invite him up into your house to play with your adorable children.
Did you always see yourself getting into politics? Have you gotten close to getting sick through this whole campaign? Have you ever played the board game Sorry? I hate to break it to you, but I've done an impression of you once or twice. That's your house?
That's where I was born.
Any fun memories from this house? Oh, sorry, bud. I'm making you wistful. Yeah, sorry for that, buddy.
Aw, Trump can be a total sweetheart with someone who has no reason to be terrified of him. Huh. I noticed there were no cutaway shots to the roots. I wonder why. Network execs, yeah. Network execs and a lot of their audience can ignore how very dangerous Trump is because to them, he isn't. They're not going to be deported. They're not going to live under a president who thinks of them as a collection of sex toys. They're not racist. They just don't mind if other people are, which is just as bad. Anyway, Hillary, next time, skip the appeal to basic decency and just tell people Trump will raise their taxes.